Hello everyone. Sorry about that. Once again, OBS forgot my microphone existed. Just have to reintroduce it. You know, shake hands. Here's my friend, microphone. Anyway, good afternoon. Welcome to today's stream. We are going to be playing some Motorsport Manager. We're going to be finishing off Season 1 of M4J Racing and heading into Season 2 with hopefully a good car, some good drivers, and a very good opportunity perhaps to win a race with the spec engine. There's also a vote coming up in the not too distant future regarding spec gearbox, which is also going to be very nice indeed, because this should raise the car's standards. Where are we at? We've got two drivers. Anthony Gomez is currently 17th in terms of the driver standings out of 20. We've also got Faith Anthony, who's 18th out of 20. Both of them ahead of the Predator drivers, Santa Ana and Evans. We have two races left. No, we have three races left. Tondela, this one, which I think is... what is it actually? Just check the calendar rather than guessing. Oh, it is Milan. I had a feeling it was Milan. And then we got Black Sea again to finish. You can see there are quite a few repetitive races throughout the season. Tondela is an awful one. I remember that from last time. But yeah, let's get stuck in, shall we? And get started. I'm just going to get Discord up on my laptop in case there's any technical hitches. Hopefully there shouldn't be. So yeah, sorry there wasn't a stream yesterday. Something unexpected came up which I had to deal with. So I was in a series of meetings yesterday. I've had some meetings today, and I'm probably going to be having some meetings tomorrow about it. And again, I'm afraid I can't talk too much about it right now. But when I can, you guys will be the first to know. Right, car repair finished. So we must have just finished the race at the end of last stream, if I remember correctly. I believe that to be true. Performance work complete as well, so I think we're just working on reliability now, aren't we? Yeah. So what other performance could I get? I don't think there's anything else I can improve now. I think we're done for the season. So it's all about just improving reliability and getting all that ready. So we might as well work on... I mean, you're on 99%, so let's work on the gearboxes. Actually, let's work on the suspension, because that's always something that twangs in the middle of a race. There we go. So the wings are getting worked on, and the suspension is getting worked on. Yeah, we're basically wrapping things up for the season now. There's not much we can work on regarding the car, so our crew are going to get moderately bored. I suppose what we could do... the vote for the gearbox hasn't happened yet, but the engine we know is going to be spec from next season, so there's no point working on this. Gearbox, there's no point working on in case something does happen. So we could work on brakes, or we could work on suspension. The fact that we've already developed some brakes means that will carry over to next season, and then next season we can perhaps work on a new set of brakes. Suspension we haven't worked on at all. Suspension is, however, more expensive than brakes. Brakes are quite quick. Do you know what? When I can't decide, I'm just going to leave it. If Redictor was here, I'd ask for their advice. But yeah, right now, there's no point in... have we got... no, we haven't got anything. Just work on reliability of stuff. Yeah, even those brakes, which we're never going to use again. Just do it, just so you got something to do. So, Frankie Kinney is now a model. Plus 10 marketability. Pretty good. Andre Gomez having an affair. -2 on folk. Oh dear. Didn't even know Gomez was married. Faith won't be pleased when she finds out. Unless they've got... I doubt they'd have got married to each other though. Sponsors. Who have we got? Upfront payment. Bonus payment for second or above. Lasts for 4 races. I'm just going to reject it. There's only 3 races left of the season. I don't know though, maybe. Maybe I've got another one. No upfront payment. Second or above. Yeah, I'm just going to accept this one. We get a little bit of money. We're never going to finish second or above this season. They're happy because we're above target. Faith wants new suspension. Faith is a very good probability that you won't be at the team next season. So there's no point, really. Yeah, there's nothing. Look at that. It's basically an empty board now. Right, sponsor, 16th or above, part fitting. They should have all the good stuff. Let's race. So we do our usual trick. We're going to skip practice and just go into the race. We will see how we can go, how well we can do. I'd like to finish probably 13th again. Have at least one driver finish 13th. Tondella's tricky though. Was it Tondela before where I just took my eye off the ball and completely whiffed it? Probably was. Gomez and Kinney. Car setup, sure. Simulate. I can see my cars out there. 17th and 18th though, it's not bad. So our lap times are considerably better than Predators, which means we're doing something right. We did poach their designer, which probably helped. Not bad. Not bad. We're not too far off the pace of the cars in front either. He says. Is it? Okay, it's more than I thought. Actually, no, it's not. It's 0.3 of a second. Or 0.2447 of a second. Wait, what? Oh, is that off top? Yeah, that's off top. I didn't think that made sense. Well, yeah, 0.3 of a second off. Let's just say that for the sake of argument. Off Octane. And we're not that much slower than Dragon either. So, you know, next season with the standard engine, that will level the playing field considerably in that department. Very much looking forward to that, actually. So, I might as well just do auto pick here. The weather should be dry throughout. At least the first 6 laps are going to be dry. So you hate everything. Why did they do that? That's really weird. You liked your speed. Your handling was a bit off. I think right there would probably be right. And your downforce, give you a tiny bit more downforce. There we go. Tyre choice. Yeah, we'll start you on the softs. Fuel, we'll fill you up, no problem. How did they get it so wrong with the downforce? I don't get it. Okay, you liked the handling when it was in the centre. Around there. A little bit more. Around there. You liked the speed balance when it was there. Now it's just your downforce, which messes everything up. Where was handling good? Okay, so I think there will do. Softs, fuel. So driver strategy. Let's just put you middle of the road on faith. We'll have you attack from the get-go. So I think we'll put you on oranges. Alright, let's race. Skip this. Here we go. Keep an eye on Faith for now. Gomez is dropping through the field. Faith's actually not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. Almost went up in second there. Gomez is 9th. That's not too bad either. Alright, we're going to lose 3rd place here, are we? Oh, it's getting tight. It's getting... Oh, wow. That was a great maneuver. That was exceptional from Faith. Go on, Faith. Get first. It's Santarana. You can take her. Oh yeah, it looks like it's going to be a sunny race the whole way through. Go on, Faith. She is gaining. She is gaining. Shaving off tenths at a time. Third place is also gaining though. Okay, reality might be about to set in. Reality in the shape of Sabado. Although we're giving them a battle. I cannot complain. Your tyres are getting a bit short though, so we'll pit you on this lap. You break something. We'll put you out on softs again. We'll fill you up. Why not? Park condition, we don't even need to worry about that. I'm going to risk a fast one. That's probably crappy tyres costing Faith there. Evans is still in 4th. What a strange race. Hello George. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Very nice to see you. How are you today? We'll risk a fast one with Gomez as well. So Anthony's come back out in 17th, but she was one of the first few to pit. So we're right in the chasing pack. So as soon as everyone else pits, which will probably be on this lap or the next, we should go past again. We're following Gomez. Let's follow Anthony. So Anthony's effectively second of the pitters right now. She needs to keep up with the rest though. I'm doing good. Yeah, I said at the top of the stream, got some stuff going on at the moment, which means I'm having lots of meetings, which is why there wasn't a stream yesterday, unfortunately. But yeah, besides that, I'm holding up okay. That article we found yesterday about freight train movement, that was quite interesting. It's something that I'd thought about, because the Royal Mail trains, the old, I can't remember what classification they had now. Their bodies are based on 319s and the cabs are based on the networkers. And I always looked at those and thought you could either reuse those or you can take some old networkers and convert those. Because they can run, you know, they can be made dual voltage. They can run pretty much anywhere that's electrified. They can run up in Scotland, they can run down on the south coast, they can run anywhere, so why not use them? Makes sense. Work them in 8s or 12s. You've got a go-anywhere freight system. I think it should be a government initiative that train operators should have at least one class of train that's reused from the old franchise, or something like that. It should be mandatory that old trains get reused before new ones are bought. Otherwise, you just have a huge rail yard full of old trains that no one looks twice at. Faith is flying at the moment. We got 13 laps left. I'm going to tell her to go a bit easy on the fuel, so we can eke out another couple of laps. Yeah, Newcastle to London to start with. Something I was thinking of yesterday was why not use them for like Dover to Daventry, for example, and have it run through places like Kensington Olympia and use the West London line. Because if you've got dual voltage trains, they can switch over whilst moving relatively easily. And then you can just run freight trains either through London or around the outside of London, wherever's easier. Alright, Faith, you're going to pit on this lap. What, we got 10 laps left? I'm going to put you on mediums, fill you up with fuel. I'm basically going to tell her now to go easy. You're going to back up your tyres, Gomez. So I need you to do one more lap after your current one. Faith very briefly led the race then. Actually, Gomez, you're so far behind, I could probably stack these. Faith pitted in first place. So that was her second stop, wasn't it? I think everyone else might have stopped twice now. I know there's a lot that still have only stopped once. Probably run around London, maybe even EWR long term. Yeah. I think there's the good thing about it is it's flexible. There's lots of possibilities that could be used. So I think it's great. I think it's great that they're starting to look into it. Because it takes diesels off the line as well. Which, I mean, diesels are more fuel efficient and better for the environment than petrol-driven engines, but at the same time they are still harmful. So, getting those off would be a good thing. Come on, Faith, it's all on you. Up to 9th. There are still some that haven't pitted yet. They're on medium tyres, that will explain why, but they will have to pit for fuel soon. Yeah, why have I got you on low? Get some heat in the tyres. Faith is having a perfect race right now. She's got excess fuel, she's got tyres for days. It's just about holding on to positions now. We've had a lot of interest from the rail industry. I'm not surprised, I'm not surprised. Oh wow, okay. It's all going a little bit wrong for Faith now. In that case, I'm going to tell you to push a little bit more. But not too much. Still got 5 laps left, so there's plenty of track still. We're not too far behind the pack. We might actually finish the race at the same time as everyone else for a change. Still got the cough. Still got the cough. Can't shake it for some reason. Three laps to go. Yeah, Faith is getting caught up now. Still saying excess fuel, so we'll go for overtake mode. And we'll tell you to attack as well. She could probably get a place back if she really pushed. Maybe even get 2 places back. 10th would be awesome. Especially on a track that's supposed to suck. Gomez is stone dead last. Yeah, I completely lost interest in Gomez this race. I'm more interested in Faith. 11th has got a problem. Go on, Faith. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. When his front wing falls off, go past him. Who is it? Marchetta. No, don't get overtaken by our blower. Ah, Faith. Come on, get it back. Get it back. That's it. It's such a shame she has bad marketability, because she's a really, really good driver. For a team at this level, she's exactly what you want. Final lap. Shite, low fuel. Okay, we ran out of fuel. We ran out of fuel, so we should finish 13th. We pushed a little too hard. Alright, 14th. Finished the race though. Quite happy with that. Poor Evans right at the back there. Gomez left him for dead. Look at that. Bloody hell. That was a fun race. That was a fun race. We very briefly led it as well. That is awesome. So I'll have a look here and see where we went wrong. I feel like there were some mistakes there still. One of the problems for me was kind of having to pit here. If I was able to leave it a lap or two longer, then Faith could have pushed to the end. But because we had to pit here for the tyres, and for the fuel, in fact, we kind of whiffed it a little bit. Gomez, on the other hand, I mean, Gomez had a good race, pit stop-wise. Got the best out of his car, just didn't have the pace. We might rise some places, though, if there's been some rule breakages. Nope. Nope. Okie dokie. I'm really happy with that, though. I think that's the first time Faith's finished above Gomez as well. Oh, no, Gomez crashed, didn't he? He crashed in a race, so she finished above him then. But yeah, George, the network is working as freight. It's kind of given me some ideas for the M4J network and how to run freight there. So, particularly running from north to south, maybe electrifying the Guard City freight loop, probably the eastern side, and having freight trains, electric freight trains running through there. We'll see how it works, because then we can link up not just the north terminal with the south terminal at Guard City, but also places like Sindwood Industrial Park with places to the south. I think that'd be pretty cool. Why am I on this screen? I don't know. 600 grand. We did get sponsor money though. We are losing a lot of money still. So another reason why I'm not too keen on building stuff right now, because I want to keep sort of 2 million, which we should be able to do. Yeah, we should have about 2.2 million at the end. Condition is really good now. Except the interview. Oh, she's got a new personality. See, yeah, she's someone who I was considering bringing in. I don't know what her marketability is. Pit stop was 3 seconds slower, but we did do quite a lot. Mistake-free weekend, my 3 favourite words. The scouting centre is built. Where is it? Over there. And with that, we got some scout reports on drive. Oh wow. None of these people are going to be remotely interested in talking to me right now, though. But I mean, Falco Engelhardt, what's your marketability? 66. I think if you're relatively cheap, I think you're going to be my #1 driver next season. Are you still planning once-a-day services? Yes. Yeah. So rail charters, stock movements, that kind of thing. They'll be once a day. I will at some point, probably this week, maybe even tonight or tomorrow, record me building the new depot on the GWR. I might make that a Patreon only video, just so I can finally get that working. Because I'm really happy with how the Great Eastern network is working now. So I want to replicate that on the Great Western, because then that will help with running Guard City Connect services as well, and cross-country and cross-region services too. So it all has to tie in together. Me being one of the raiders. Hello, Redictor. I was going to ask your opinion on something actually, Redictor, to do with improving the car. So basically right now, I can't do anything. There's no performance that needs doing, there's no reliability that needs doing. So if I was to consider designing a new part now, first of all, is it worth it? Because there's only 2 races left of the season. So I know it probably will carry over if I develop new brakes or suspension. I'm not going to do engine or gearbox because chances are that won't... well, I mean, engine, we know, is a spec part now. Gearbox might become a spec part for next season. Court Turtle, hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you doing? Yes, I voted twice. I used my abstain as well for the engine, and I think it won by a landslide in the end. I think only 3 teams voted against it, and everyone else voted for. Good stuff, Court Turtle. Good stuff. Welcome to the stream as well. It's always nice to see new people. But yeah, the gearbox will probably become a spec part. The vote is shortly. It's the next vote. So I'm considering developing either new brakes or new suspension. I'm leaning more towards brakes because they're cheaper. We already have a set of brakes that we developed during the season so that we can unlock the great... No, we can unlock the good, sorry, level. Let's see the brakes components for now. So this is potentially what I can do. I mean, currently on the car, the highest level brakes we've got is 26. So developing new brakes is kind of a priority for me. Okay, from what I saw with how little time you have left on season, oh, I need to move the chat box again, don't I? 1 second, I'll do that now. There we are. Ta-da! I do like OBS when it decides to work for me. Ignoring the designer's components, use the 2 on the right. This one and this one. Illegal components become legal in next season. Oh, do you mean this one and this one? So, deceleration plus 25, red zone minus 5, risk level plus 1. Deceleration plus 40, reliability minus 20. Oh, that's kind of a... It could lead to a good car for next season. Alright, let's do it. £650,000. That's pretty reasonable. So we'll end the season on roughly £1.8 million. So long as we don't spend anything else. The scouting centre's been updated as well. The construction on that was finished. Spec beer coxes, what the heck? Good trick here because Charlotte has a great component. Spec gearboxes on the agenda for GMA. Maya retiring at the end of the season. Don't mind, don't know who that is. If you make a part with 1 average, 1 good and 1 great component, you can make your next part with 4 components. Okay. So next season we could potentially develop game-changing brakes. Because we'll be up into the great category. You missed the race just now, Redictor. We were first for like 5 laps. And it was mid-race as well, so it's not even like the first few laps we went into first place and then stayed there. We had some good pit strategies to begin with. It kind of fell apart a little bit towards the end, unfortunately. Okay, brakes built. Performance, look at that, 68. That's awesome. So reliability is what I want to focus on. Get that up to spec. Because already it's better than what we've already got. At the start of the season, you're reduced to one component per part and have to rebuild it, but the two parts with highest performance is chosen to move on to next season. Don't improve reliability. Oh, so you mean don't use this part at all? Okay, I'll max out performance then. Get it up to 92. So yeah, these two, the 68 and the 26, will carry over to next season. Okay, that's a good tip. You're not really offering me anything that I would like. You can still make one more with 3 components. That's a very good point. Should I go with this one? I'd like to be able to use one of these, but they're locked. So that's the risk one. Same as the first one and middle one of good. So that one. Or you can go for that there. I could do this. Oh, you need a brakes R&D facility to get these ones. You have 2 choices. But it's really hot today, by the way. I'm sitting next to my window. I might have to turn my aircon on in a minute. Either you do the designer's components only in this brake, so that's these ones, and then get to use 4 components on one super good brake. Do you know what? I might actually do that. Plus it only costs 500,000 then. Got a simple question. When do you know is the best time to pit? So, a lot of people think pitting is just refueling the car, changing your tyres and occasionally fixing bits and pieces here or there. But basically, pitting is like a chess match. In an F1 race, all the teams are monitoring their rivals. So, Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, they will all be sort of keeping half an eye on what the other teams are doing. As soon as one of them pits, the strategists on the other teams then decide whether they should pit as well or whether they should hold on a little bit longer. Now in the real world, a tyre doesn't have like 25% durability like it does in the game, and there's no fixed outcome depending on what the condition of the tyre is until it gets to absolute zero, in which case you'll get a puncture and the tyre will implode upon itself and you'll spin off into a wall. So some races you have, like Hamilton a lot of the time, will win a race despite his tyres having no treads left at all. So it's all about monitoring what the other teams are doing. What we did well in the last race, if you did catch it, was we waited until Faith was far enough ahead that even when she pitted, she still came out in the middle of the field, which then means when all the other cars in front of her pitted, we overtook them again. So it's like a chess match. It's like a well choreographed dance routine, essentially. So that's how bad teams can end up winning races, both in game and the real world, because they know when to pit. Or you make one with the illegal part, plus 40 performance, and then the plus 2 days, plus 15 max, plus 20 performance. So I think these so I can do it like that. What you want to aim for in pit stops is to know when you'd pit to make you have less time being behind someone and have a clear path. I consider it more like, as I said, a chess match. I think this is a good option. Where's the plus 2 days one? Over here? Is that the one you're talking about? Oh, this one. That one. I mean, that's a good option. So that's the illegal part. Plus 40 performance. That's the illegal part, the plus 40 performance. And then the plus 2 days. So, when it says plus 15 to max, what's the max? Because this is currently 35 added together, and this is 40. But this also reduces reliability, so it might be better to do that. And then we get the 4th slot. I think we should do this. Even though performance is 87 if we do that, whereas here it's 127, but we don't get that 4th slot. But if we did this, it's 92 compared to 87. So I think that is actually a better way of doing it. I think this. The components that the designer provides doesn't cost any money unless specifically specified and doesn't take extra days. So hang on, you're 92, you're 72. And you also add... Right, I'm doing this. I'm going to do this. Takes 2 days. It's going to be completed 9 days before the race, not that that matters. And it's going to cost 650,000. Yeah, I'm going to do this. 3 days right now doesn't matter. It's still going to be completed, you know, however many days before the next race. I'm going to vote for spec gearboxes. Apparently it doesn't benefit me, but I beg to differ. Yeah, that decision for the brakes, that comes down to a numbers game. In real life motorsport, there'll be certain factors that go for and against it. Whereas in this, it's a strategy game. So you've got to go with the best strategy, which isn't always the best, like, logical choice. There we go, vote approved. I think one of the good things about this game is you can have different strategies that work for and against you. So even though this game is very much on rails a lot of the time. So like you always, if you make a custom team, you always start off with the same designer, the same drivers, the same sort of winners in each race. But then once you get a little bit further in, I can upset the chairman a little bit, he loves me, really. I'm going to save as well, because that sounds like quite a rare thing we've just... Yeah. Sounds like quite a rare thing. This is where the game starts to leave the rails, when you get the votes coming in. So now, most of my resources I can pool into brakes and suspension for next season. Brakes build finished, so I can now go and improve that one as well. We'll do a 50-50, I think. Maybe not. 2 hours after the race. That works for me. Because the reliability is something we can build up next season, isn't it? It's just this we need to... Same with these brakes though, performance is more important since the average part is illegal. So it's going to be these two sets of brakes that we carry over to next season. They're both capped at 92. So they're both, in terms of performance, they're both pretty much the same. Reliability never carries over and is decided in the pre-season testing. So yeah, focus on performance. Roger that. Factory feedback. No, there is no budget at the moment. We're going to be scraping the barrel. You can make the 4-slot brakes now, though. Do you recommend that I do, then? Okay, so let's kind of copy what we had last time. Maybe add this one on as well. So that makes 127. Whereas that one makes 112. 112? Yeah. When you start the next season, while the second best one is carried over, you will use the best one as a basis. Remove the great component and have all the non-designer good components. Ah, 152. 850,000. Okay, this is the last part I'm going to develop this season. Because right now we have just enough money to finish the season. I know you get a payout on your performance at the end of the season, so we're not in that much trouble. So let's go for the unemployed drivers and see who we've got. I have an idea as to who I want to race for me next season. Engelhardt is one, because he's got awesome stats, pretty good marketability, still an improvement on Faith. He is selfless, so he doesn't mind if he gets a good car or not. You can't hire Engelhardt. He has 3.5 stars. Oh, so it is literally kept. Okay, never mind then. Break my heart, why don't you? Performance work complete. So is there anything you can do? No. You're just working on reliability now for a set of brakes that we don't really need to improve the reliability of. Can only hire drivers and staff 3 stars or below. Okay. I'm going to go with these guys. Gives them something to do. Exactly. So that 750,000 we just got is going to go quite a long way to helping us this season. So we're not going to fit the... Actually, hang on. I could technically... Oh no, they're both a rules risk. Never mind. How are the standings? Good question. Standings are... standings. Gomez and Anthony are 17th and 18th respectively. They're actually quite close. We're not going to catch 16th now. And the team, we're 9th. A long way ahead of Predator. Okay, track B at Milan. Not bad, not the worst. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. I know the drivers aren't happy, but I think, you know, we're exceeding our objective, which means we might get a little bonus out of it. I think you do get, or you get chairman favour or something out of it, which is always nice. Plus you get that little sense of achievement of, I thought we'd come last, we didn't come last. Exactly. It's like Football Manager, if you get promoted to the Premier League too early. The first season is always the worst, as you try and stay up. You've got to have a really good January to stay up. And then the second season, you suddenly get £600 million transfer budget. You can go apeshit and just sign everyone. I was not expecting this. Do not read too much into this, but we practiced 9th and 10th. We're 3 seconds off the lead. That's quite surprising. The game's sound effects are a tiny bit loud. Actually, I might just turn everything down. There we go. Yeah, because of the weather as well. It was raining. Although we finished on mediums and softs. Who knows? Inter and wet tyres are slower than even the hardest dry tyres. That was something else I was going to mention. So the other day, we pitted on inters instead of wets, but I was watching Quill's videos yesterday, and apparently lots of people are running experiments of running different types of tyres in different conditions, and if you run wets just when it starts to rain, so in other words, if you know it's going to rain and you start running with wets, it doesn't degrade the tyre as much as you think, even when the track's dry. So it's worth, if it's going to be really heavy rain, it's worth pitting straight onto wets than going through inters first. So that's something to bear in mind for the future. Because it just saves you that extra pit stop, because you're not really using it for refueling or anything, you're just using it to change your tyres. I'm talking about, because when we did it, it was, what, 3 laps, and then we had to change tyres again, whereas if we'd gone straight onto wets, we could have perhaps saved a place in the race. I'm going to go with these two, because that doesn't really do much for us. I'm going to go with that and that. How happy are you? You're not very happy at all. I'm going to use this setup, just because it's... yeah. No worries, bud. Yeah, I found that interesting that, you know, you can pit on wets earlier than perhaps you instinctively would, and it wouldn't cost you too much. Now, you liked the speed balance, so I think excellent is probably around there. Same with... oops, wrong way. Let's move you back. Need to make little adjustments here. I need to move you, let's say there, and then you like that. I think that. What's the weather? So already it's going to get quite wet. I think we might start on wets. I think I might start on wets. So I'm going to change you to wets as well. Because it looks like it's just going to rain, rain, rain throughout the first few laps. And the track's just going to get wetter and wetter. So I'm going to put that theory to the test. You're going to go orange, orange. You're going to go red, red. Yes. Let's do it. The temperature's going to drop as well. Faith's on one again, look at that. Pulling away from third. Got to catch Evans. Yeah, like even lap 6 it's going to be raining. So we haven't got the speed because we're on the wrong kind of tyre for the speed. But in terms of, you know, everyone else is currently on inters. And by lap 5 it's going to be absolutely drenching. So I think that's where we're going to get our pace back. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe it was a mistake. Okay. Actually, no. No. That's because it's only going to get wetter now. It's even laps 6 and 7, it peaks. Like it's completely maxed out. So everyone else is going to be pitting soon to switch to wets. Let's see what happens on this lap. As long as we don't lose enough pace so that when they all stop, we suffer. So we're well into intermediates range now. It's still raining. Temperature's dropping. Alright, we might have messed up. We might have messed up. So, I mean, we're getting into wets range now. People are pitting to go onto wets. So actually, we're now first place. So I'm going to pit Anthony on this lap. And I think we're going to keep you on wets. Because look, it stays wet for quite a considerable amount of time. Risk a fast one. Gomez, my friend, you can stay out for one lap extra. Why did we need to come over here for this? Okay, Gomez, you can now pit. I think there might have been a mistake in the pit stop there. So you... Depending on how long, as I said, it might have been better to go for inters those first 5 laps. See, I was starting to think that, but then everyone else pitted to change to wets, and we're now ahead of most of them. I think with Gomez, though, by the time he pits, another lap would have gone by. So the track is still... Oh, I can't even use the cursor. The track is still saturated until lap 10, and then it starts to come down again. So do you think I should switch to inters for Gomez rather than wets? Because we get the bonus out of that as well. Not yet, no. Okay. Put you on a balanced one. I think someone messed up Fate's pit stop. She's now stone dead last, but she can push to overtake again. So I think Gomez is going to come out in last place now. So it's really on Faith to catch up. Which she is doing. Wait until lap 10 before you look again. So yeah, the rain goes away now. And it's starting to get drier. So other people are starting to pit for intermediates. I think if I wait a little bit longer, I might even be able to pit onto mediums. Yeah, I agree. So we're low on fuel as well, so now's a good time. I might pit on mediums. Or do you reckon softs? Softs. Good stuff. 9 laps. So we can push the car that way, but we can't really push the tyres because they might not last. And Gomez. Yeah, 3rd place again. Gomez, how far behind are you? Do you know what, I'm going to risk pitting Gomez on the same lap. You're also going to be slower for a bit. Yes, we're going to lose some speed now because the track isn't wet enough to warrant wets. But yeah, we'll go for softs. Fill you up. Actually, I'm going to leave Gomez out for a little bit longer. So that by the time he does come in, it's going to be now. We can go straight to the softs, fill up on fuel. You're fine. Just do balanced. cool off on the tyres maybe on Faith. That's a good idea. If you've got excess fuel, you can go ham as well. But we'll leave you on push for now. Faith just set a personal best lap. I think we've played the game here, lads. I think we've played the game. Gomez had 2 mistakes in the pit. That doesn't help. Still ahead of Evans, though. Okay, so Faith is now struggling for fuel, so let's go low. Gomez has still got excess. I didn't at the time because it said excess, but we should be okay. She's not okay. Damn it. Okay, that was my bad. That was my goof. So we missed out on the sponsors' positions. Should have kept a closer eye on that. We didn't quite play the game. Pit stop wise, I think we got it spot on. And the tyres, I think we got it spot on too. We learn. That's the thing, we learn. I learn. You guys don't need to learn. You guys were fine. I learn. Still finished ahead of Evans, who had to stop 3 times. Even the cars above us had to stop 3 times, actually. So a 2-stop strategy was pretty good, considering it was just the fuel. Three-second vid. Huh? Yeah, that wasn't great. Alright, I'm going to turn my air conditioning on. Let me know if it's loud and if you can hear it. But I just need to stop my PCs from overheating, because that would not go down well. Oh, it was me bonking you for the mess up. Yeah, I reckon if I'd have gone low 2 laps prior, she might have been able to hold on to the, was it 14th position she was in? But because we ran out of fuel, just everyone and their dog went past. Not good. We got the expected result at least. So one more race. A couple of sponsors just expired as well, so we might be able to get a new one in for this. Car condition did drop a little bit more. That was my mistake. That was my mistake. So I made her happy. Chem and yeah, 66. It's fine. Yeah, I think next season, I mean, we need a bigger pit crew anyway, so we're going to be hiring more people. That's going to be where part of our fund is going to go. I think getting rid of some of the old ones would be pretty good too. The mistake makers. Alright, new brakes are done. Scout reports as well. So we're going to maximise performance of this. These two, just do what you do. So this one will get done now. There's no point in improving reliability actually, is there? But I'll leave it assigned for that one, just so they got something to do afterwards. Plenty of time to max performance, exactly. Should we do this one? $500,000. Might as well. Rude not to. So okay, in terms of 3-star drivers, Ellie Marsh, good marketability, good stats, very good feedback, wilts at home, so she sucks in Guildford, but she's a timesheet hero. True, but might as well keep them happy while they're here. So you've got Ellie Marsh, and possibly Maybe one of these two. Enrique Lara. Pay driver. $250,000. Ellie here is the one I mentioned last time. That is the best reserve driver in the game. Overtake specialist as well. Wonder Kid. Mercenary. Cycling racer. Oh. Very low marketability though. I mean, could that improve over time? 4-star Wonder Kid. Apparently so. 4 and a bit. 4 and an absolute slither of a star there. Or we got Sergio Valdez. Just married. 100% marketability. Very good stats as well. Alright with the feedback. He is selfish though. Born leader. Hates team orders. I don't really use team orders. And he's spoiled. So maybe that's not good. Should I start negotiating with Ellie Marsh now then? Wait until after next race. Okay. I don't want it to be like Football Manager and some like I always think, oh, I'll wait till I've got a little bit more money and then some other team comes in and poaches it. Get the last pay from Frankie. That's true. That is true. Sponsors offer. It's tempting. I'll leave it for now. I'll wait till the race. What are you saying no to? Don't go with that sponsor. Is that what you're saying? I suppose because then I'll be locked in next season when my marketability potentially goes up. I might not accept any now then. The marketability's gone up by 5. She's now on 21. And we're back to the Black Sea. Alright, contracts running down. Gomez and Anthony, we'll let them go. Williams and Volante, though. We need to renew this, don't we? Are you sure she's good enough to take into next season? Should I put her on a long one? That didn't come out right. Bonus size isn't very important. 10th or above, 3,000. This? I'm going to try this. And who else? It was Volante. Yeah, I would like to keep you around. Wages aren't very important. In that case, we'll put you down there. Do that. Bonus size, again, we'll just give you the minimum. No bonus at all, and 4th lowest salary. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to leave that a little bit longer as well. So yeah, we'll have 2 new drivers next season. No driver ever says yes to lowest of second lowest. Same with staff. Charlotte will say no. I mean, if you want to get the 350k, it's the best 1 star. Right. What do I do with... I think I will do that, because we were losing however much per race. And that's offset some of that. Go with this. Part fitting, nothing there. Back to the Black Sea, back where it all began. I think I'm going to keep Kinney as a reserve driver, and I'm going to bring in Marsh to race. And then for the other one, it'll be a toss-up between Volante and one of the others. I kind of want like two Wonder Kids almost. Or maybe an old dog and a Wonder Kid. We'll see when it comes out around. I'm kind of using my Football Manager knowledge here though. Might just go for a cheap older driver to run second fiddle. Yeah, that was a more realistic practice session. Pretty low down. Looks like it's going to be a wet one again. What's the weather going to be? It's going to start raining around lap 6. So I think we can stay on softs until then. That'll be roughly when we start pitting anyway. And then we can go on to maybe inters or straight to wets. Tempted to go for that. Look at the Wonder Kid in Dragon Liao. He's nearly 5-star potential Wonder Kid, and he has much more marketability. That was one of the ones I was going to suggest actually. So maybe Marsh and Liao. I think I like the idea of burning fuel more slowly. I think this. Because this one only affects us if we do use intermediates, and we might skip past them. Right, you hate everything about life right now. It's to be expected. So let's stick you sort of down here for the downforce. You want to be down here for the downforce. That was unintentional. I think this. Tyre choice softs, fuel max. Yeah, you watch. I'll jump on them like a puma straight after the race. I'll be chatting them up as they're driving, or walk. They would drive back to the paddock. That's stupid. While they're walking back to their trailer, I'll be following them and going, "Hey, here's a contract. Do you want to sign it?" Yeah, so that's why keeping Frankie as a reserve driver is probably a good idea for the start of the season, because her feedback is still going to be quite high. If that starts to deteriorate through the season, then it'll be worth looking at a new paid driver to be a reserve. But having a paid driver for practice is great, but having a paid driver for the race means they're guaranteed a payout each time. So even if you misclick and don't select the reserve driver, you still get payout from the paid driver racing. I don't know, it's kind of underhand tactics, let's say. So your understeer was there, and then your speed balance. I think this is right. Keep you on softs. Fuel, that's fine. Now you've got the one where you can burn more fuel. So I'm going to put you here, and I'm going to put you on oranges. Okay. That's worth considering then. Well, I mean, if you then have... Having 2 paid drivers out of 3 in total is not bad going. So the only downside is we might not get the money from running Kinney, or we sacrifice the feedback. It's still a high number though. It's not like it's going to be halved or anything. It could be a lot worse. I was going to tell Faith to let Gomez through, but it looks like he's done it himself. I don't want her to deliberately slow down, because then she might lose 4th place, or 3rd place. I think I'll just let them race, as long as they don't crash into each other. You want Bao Tang instead of Lao, since Bao is a paid driver, which Lao isn't, but Bao is a 2-star. Yeah. I don't know. Having 2 competitive racers in what is, you know, half the car. Actually, no. 4/6 of the car, 2/3 of the car is going to be spec next season. So it's pretty much a level playing field, and it comes down to driver ability. So having 2 really good drivers, one of whom is a paid driver, that sounds like a really, really good proposition to me. I almost feel like I need to make a spreadsheet for this, weigh up the pros and cons. Okay, realism is starting to kick in. We're doing alright though, it's not too bad. Faith can be used as a bit of a blocker. She's holding the rest of the field up right now, which is giving Gomez the chance to extend the lead. Gomez is second. True. Stats can change though, and she's young. I don't know, she might get a dog or something and it will improve her smoothness stat. Okay, so Gomez currently, if I tell him to ease off a little bit on the fuel, he's currently on track to pit just when it starts to rain, but it does stop raining again afterwards. Do you reckon we should switch to inters? Because then we'll have to switch back just a couple of laps later. Yeah, I think power through it. Maybe put them out on mediums after pitting. So I think Gomez, you're going to come in on this lap. Mind you, we'll lose a lot of speed. I think I'll leave you out on softs. Fill you up. Park condition. I don't even think I ever have to worry about that again now. Does the rain resume after? No, it looks like clear skies. From between, what, laps 7 and 13? So that's 6 laps worth there. Track gets relatively dry. I think for now it's worth powering through it. So as long as they stay cautious in this section of the track, I need you to conserve your tyres for a lap, Faith, because you're going to come in the lap after. You're going to stay out on softs too. That's just overcast, isn't it? Lap 13. It's not raining. I think we're okay. Alright, I'm going to remain vigilant now. So Gomez has come out in 17th. Faith, on the other hand, I mean, if it's a quick stop, she has lost some speed because of the rain. Fire. Well, that's cucked me, hasn't it? Damn, I actually thought if we'd snuck in like that, we might have come out smelling the roses. That really sucks. She's going to be traumatised after that now as well. Right, Gomez, you can go for broke a little bit again. And Faith, you might as well go for broke as well, since you're a long way behind. 28 seconds behind Gomez now. She didn't retire. She will be traumatised. So her leaving might not be the worst thing in the world from a selfish point of view. Yeah, that felt like a really good strategy that we had going. I think there was a mistake or something on Gomez's pit stop, and that's how we ended up so far behind. Was there a mistake on his stop, or was it just a slow one? Maybe we should have risked a fast one. You can imagine the party after this race. Sorry we set fire to you, Faith. Have a good career. Okay, the track is drying out now. So everyone else might be pitting again soon to change their tyres. Yeah, look, we're up to 10th. Races can flip so quickly in these cases. We took a massive gamble by staying on softs. But so long as we look after our fuel a little bit and the tyres, this might pay off for us. Even Faith has come up a place or two. If Gomez can look after his tyres for a couple more laps, we might be able to finish the race on a two-stop strategy again. He's alright for fuel. Conserve your tyres. Go on medium for you as well. Faith might be able to jump the pack some as well. Okay, Gomez is losing his pace a little bit. I think this lap here, I'm almost tempted to switch to mediums. What's the weather going to be like? Temperature's really low, so I've got to stay on fuel options, fill up. Actually, what are you currently on? So you had 1.5 laps left. I'm tempted to leave him out for one more lap. Just so the fuel we can go more than we need. Yeah, there is a little bit of rain towards the end. Well, the track gets wet again. Even though that isn't rain. On the last few laps it's going to rain. Shall I go for mediums then? Tell you what, right, hang on. We'll leave him out for one more lap. Both of them. And then I think we'll bring him in and we'll go... Because then we get a little bit more information on what the weather's going to do. Right, now we're going to pit. Face tyres won't survive to lap 17. Send them in now. So I think mediums. Maximum fuel. So they got a little bit of affordability to go for it. Park condition, nothing needs fitting. And I'm going to risk a fast one for Gomez. He's our chance of getting a good finish. And then, I mean, Faith is so far behind, she can come in straight away as well. I think mediums. So then we can stay out for that little bit. I'm going to do it. Faith, you can come in as well. Mediums. Fill up. We'll just put you on a balanced one. So Gomez, if you can hold on to 13th just for a little bit longer, go for it. So this might look bad right now, but if it does start raining again, some of the other teams might come in. It depends what... everyone's on mediums apart from Sabardo. Maybe we left it a fraction too late. You can gun it. 7 laps left, you've got 10 laps worth of fuel, so you can just absolutely go for it. Hell for leather. You're gaining on Santana. You ran wide. You dipstick. What did you do that for? Come on, you got to gain on Santana. I reckon you can catch Chew if you really push it. Ah, look, they're pitted, see? It's starting to rain again. It does rain quite heavy on the last lap. So that just says overcast, that doesn't say rain. A bit misleading. More drivers pitting. Back into the sponsors. And that is how you do that. Like I said, it's like chess. You sacrifice your queen, and you get a checkmate as a result of it. And yes, finishing 16th is the equivalent of a checkmate in this scenario. A few more pits. 6 laps with soft tyres behind you though. They got that little bit extra pace. They got catches first. Yeah, passing Evans is a win as well. 3 laps left. We've got 4.6 laps of fuel. 2.8 seconds, 2.6 seconds ahead of 16th. So they are closing it. Are they closing it fast enough? Actually, I think they are. Well, maybe not. It's only the corners where we seem to be suffering. The straights we pull away. Go neutral. Save your tyres. Oh, faith. Oh, faith. Conserve your tyres. What was she doing? Driving over the sandpaper or something? Is she doing donuts on the corners? I think Faith's race is pretty much over. Faith's race is over. The fire, that's what did it, was the fire. Come on, Gomez. See it home. See it home. Yes. 16th, sponsors payout. Santana finished 49 seconds behind someone who ran out of fuel. I think overall we managed that race very, very well. The last lap, I kind of get a bit complacent in the last couple of laps, so that's my error. I'll fix that for future. The fire is what killed that race for Faith. She was doing really, really well up till then. And I think Gomez did really, really well to recover from being effectively last for quite a long time. Could have been a lot worse. I mean, it can always be better, as that goes without saying. Could have been a hell of a lot worse, though. So it looks like we finished 9th in the standings overall. Yeah, I kind of wish there was an option to auto-manage one of the drivers and then you can focus on the other one. Because it is kind of hard, particularly when you're going in fast forward like that, it is kind of hard to keep track of everything that's going on. Yeah, I can hear the AC blowing in. I'll try and move out of the firing line. I might turn it off again in a minute because it's quite cool in here now. There we go. Gomez 17th, Anthony 18th. 8 points between them, that's pretty even. 9 points ahead of Santana. Long way ahead of Evans. World champion Jean-Francois Beauchamp. Max Neumann is his team principal. It's a nice trophy. Be ours soon, I hope. So now we get to do the fun bit. We get to design the livery and the components for next season's car. This is probably going to be about the fire. Oh well. Garuda 1 constructors and hire new drivers, yes. Yeah, the fire really... Richie Drake. You nearly killed one of our drivers, you fool. Can you fire pit crew? Yeah. Just on principle. I'm gonna fire you. You nearly killed our driver. You just... What the actual? And then, just put that back on. That's all I wanted to do. I've done that before in Football Manager, where someone has like made a mistake in a match, and I've just released them from their contract. Car repaired. So promotion and relegation. Prize money. 11 million. Very nice. Thank you very much. Manager of the season, Hugo Cumberland from Firebird. Okay. Driver of the season is Jean-Pierre Gerard. Well, I think that's Gerard actually. French. Contracts. Okay, so new rules. Simultaneous pit stops, spec engines, spec gearboxes. That is quite tasty indeed. Promotions and relegations. McNeil Racing Team have been promoted into the WMC. Chariot have been relegated to the Asia Pacific Super Cup. Garuda have been promoted from us. And Ozo have been relegated. Okay. Valente agreed her new deal. Williams is still considering hers. Yeah, you love the wearing the blue and red, don't you? Scout report. Manso. Right. Nope, I'll do that now. So that must be where she wants it. Likes the contract, likes the bonus. So I'll have a look now at the drivers. So Ellie Marsh, first and foremost. I think equal. There's your wage. Short contract. Do I do end of the year? Or end? I might do 24 months and just give her a bit more salary. Give her a bit of a sweetener as well. Force in the longest contract. I'm going to go one up. Maybe up here. No bonuses. Wait, no bonuses. I'll give her a nice signing on fee though. Try and force through the longer contract. I think this. What do you reckon? Not necessary on the signing on fee. Maybe I'm treating this too much like Football Manager again. Normally if you give them a nice signing on fee, they'll ignore something up here like salary or contract length. I'm going to do that. And then, so just toss up between you and Bao Tang, who is there. And you're a paid driver. Salary is most important. They're pretty much never saying no to max salary, regardless how little else you're giving. So you're Wonder Kid. Your marketability is 65, yours is 78. Now you are a paid driver, you've also got a famous father. But you panic on the first lap. And you have found God. You're also cheaper to sign. And you're younger. I think Hong Liao. Well, you're really cheap. Your salary's really low. So I could potentially get more from racing you than I'm paying you. It's just you're only 2-star, whereas you're 2.5 with potential to grow. I'm really torn. I'm really torn. So yeah, I'll have to pay his break clause, and you do cost a lot per race. Who else is available right now? So we got Max Porter, 87% marketability, first lap hero, rock solid, fun runner. Your morale's pretty low though. Smoothness isn't great. And having two British drivers, we're technically a British team, that'd be a nice little sweetener. Do you think it might be worth the risk though? He's a little bit older than Ellie. Like, let's for example compare you to where are you? Where's Liao gone? Oh, I guess he must be the reserve driver. Plus 10 marketability. So it does run out. So his marketability will drop back down to 77. Stats are higher across most of the board. It's only focus and smoothness where it's lower. So yeah, he's on 77. Bow's on 78. But the difference here . Yeah, I suppose feedback. So in that case, there's only two stats: focus and smoothness, where Bow is better. Take feedback out of the equation completely. There's no break clause because he's currently unemployed. I think he's a good driver. I think he's a good shout. I'm liking what I'm seeing. And again, we'll have a British lineup then. Which, I mean, that's a low priority, let's be honest, but it's still nice. So Liao, if we signed him, he can only potentially be with us for one season before he grows too big. So I think Max. First lap hero as well. Look at that improvement. So in the first lap, his smoothness potentially goes up by 4, which then takes it above Bow's, even if it is only for the first lap. I'm really liking the look of this. I think we're going to go for this. It's a solid driver lineup for what is hopefully going to be a solid car. Okay, you got to ask yourself this then. Pay driver or 3 stars? Thing is, to weigh it up, I get 298,000 for each race that he's involved in. I have to pay 469,000 just to break his contract. That means I have to race twice to get that money back. And then let's say that he asks for like 200,000 a race. I'm going to have to do quite a few races to get my money back with this guy. Something to complement Ellie would be nice. So I can only assign 3 stars. Now Lara is a paid driver. Braking and cornering is pretty crap. And you're a mercenary. That is a horrible colour on Max. Oh, the grey. Yeah. Maybe Lara then. It's a shame I can't get Ellie Foster. Having the 2 Ellies. I might go with 16% marketability though. As long as you don't send the contract, you can check a driver's demands for free. Let's try approaching... Right, hang on. Let's go down to the... I want to get an unemployed driver. I'll do some more scouting while we're here as well. There's Ellie. I mean, we could just go with the old horse and have Dembele, but you're not really a paid driver. Ugh, yeah, no, never mind. That was the worst suggestion ever. Mentor. Chairman wouldn't be happy and your marketability is quite low. But Mentor. Stats like that would be useful. Let's check Max. Wages are fairly important. Once a short contract, signing on fee, and a bonus. No, bonus size isn't very important, but you want a signing on fee. Yeah, okay, you're probably too expensive. Whereas Lara... You're the same. So I get a quarter of a million for racing her, which doesn't even cover her wages. Okay, it looks like where are we at? Looks like it's going to be Bao. Nearly 300,000. You got famous father. You got great marketability. You're crap on the first lap. We have to pay almost $500,000 to release you from your contract. Status is important. Wages aren't. So we could potentially make a profit from Bao. We'll force him onto that. Even split. Actually, person pays all. Doesn't that mean that he has to pay his buyout? You would like a nice signing on fee. And you want a bonus. That's quite expensive. You're going to want to put equal status on him, max cost, short contract, person pays all, and max signing on fee. Give him a contract he wants, but a short contract. You'll in January, February want to discuss contract again. So what are we in now? Is there a calendar somewhere? Wouldn't it be nice if, like, up here it had the date? December. Yeah, I figured it was the end of the year. So in a month's time we could potentially renegotiate. So you think doing this? See what he says. New car. Save game, good stuff. Right, so we get an extra $500,000. That's the money that we invested over the season. So we could just go cheap everything, or we could go middle of the road. I like the idea of middle of the road for some of this stuff. The base stat modifier is quite important. This over here is the estimated output of the car. The Rossini engine and cheap rest. Even though fuel efficiency is very weak. Okay, we get the big boost here, but I think weak medium is a better payoff. I mean, let's say I chose that. Improvability goes up a little bit, but if I choose this, fuel efficiency, actually improvability stayed the same. Fuel efficiency goes up though. The base stat modifier is stronger than you think, and improvability too. I know this is estimated, but this kind of looks like a... Thing is, the engine's spec now. Does that not have an effect on it? Surely that's what a spec engine is, though. Everyone has the same specs. I mean, I'm going to have to go with a slightly cheaper engine now, unless I knock some of this down. The fuel's quite important. Maybe I'll go weak tyres and weak brakes, and then we can afford to go for the better engine. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. But racing cars are monocoque designs. So it's not like the engine bay supplier will be different to the, the brake supplier. Actually, no, that they will be different. But the engine supplier surely is who makes the car, like the whole chassis. I mean, if it's how the game works, it's how the game works. But from a motorsport sense, it doesn't make sense. I reckon 9.4 million. It's about half our budget. Video game logic, yeah. Basically, you might have to go cheap on all due to your current balance. 1 million per race times 10 to 12 races plus other expenses will blow through your budget if you spend more than 7 million. So we're going to be hiring a driver soon who is a paid driver, so we'll get some money back from that. I reckon this number will drop back down to about 700,000 again, which means we'll be spending about 7 million plus the 9 here. So it's about our budget. There's a tiny difference in fuel efficiency between these, and actually this one gives us better fuel efficiency, but improvability does not change at all. So I think this engine, this fuel, because again that makes a big difference to fuel efficiency, which is something that we struggled with last season, don't forget. We're also hiring a 3-star driver with no paid driver, which is about 400k per race. Yeah, true. I think this, cheap brakes, cheap material, medium fuel, medium engine. It's a £7 million car. These are last season's suppliers, which was a £3.2 million car. So we've improved on that quite a bit. And yeah, we'll get more because we haven't. Was it two or three sponsor slots we've got available on the car at the moment? I like this. I think this is a good setup. Fuel efficiency, so tyre wear and heating is both 1 star. Fuel efficiency is 1 1/3, should we say? And improvability is 1 2/3. And it gives us 10 million to play around with. When do I get to paint it? Is it after it's been built? Because that right now is a boring looking car. What have I got here? Well, the relegated team are starting to sign up drivers and mechanics. New simulator. Charlotte's happy. We'll bring her back in then. Not that she left. We've already got good mechanics. We've got a good designer. We're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. And you're happy as well. Replace Faith first. So Ellie Marsh is brought to the team. It's going to cost 2 million to break contracts. So if anyone else comes in for her, they've got to pay us 2 million currently. Although after a season that'll probably halve or drop down to a third. Sorry, Faith. I do apologise. She did very well, to be fair. I'm not saying bad things about her. But it was time for a change. Ooh, she was hoping we would call. Yeah, so she costs us 4 million a year. Only been one time I've had a team buy a driver off me, and that driver was rock bottom on morale. So what we could do is piss her off and make her leave. So you now come in for Gomez. Keep Ellie happy and you get money. Yeah. Bye-bye, Gomez. You did very well as well. Again, not got a bad word to say about either of you. Wow, he's angry. Okay. I feel bad now. Don't forget to renew his contract in a month or so. What have I got here? I'm going to leave you for a bit. You've got what? I've got 2 races to accept or reject that one. Now we fly through. Two-star sponsors, not bad. I mean this, okay, so 9 times 150,000 is 1.35 million. If I've done my maths right. Plus the 400,000, so 1.75 million, and you're just offering 1.5. So this right now is the deal to go for. But I'll do the Press HQ visit first. The Alset's bow, however, discuss contract first with him. Scout report, scout report. Yes, it's going to upset Bow, so drivers. He's not interested. Thing is, I mean, his cost per race is quite low compared to Ellie's. So it's not the end of the world. Obviously, he's only got 12 months. But it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. No problem. In terms of scouting. Look at them there. They might never get picked up by anyone else now. Sponsor appeal level 3-star. Nice. Continue. It's all about the money, people. So you're now offering this. So $1 million up front. Plus 8 times 180,000, which is 800,000 plus 640,000. So that's another 1.44 million. 2.44 million. I might just accept this right now. I can't imagine anyone else coming in. Like, how many offers can you have at a time? Does it max out at 3? If you have 4 or 5 star sponsors, though, FWK is annoying to see, but you'll def pick that. What have I got here? So, 1 race left on this, 1 race left on this, 6 here, 7 and 8. Ellie Marsh feeling in great form. Form is 10 during the race. 3 weeks on that. That's not very long. Pick FWK now. Certainly. How long does this bloody car take to build? Oh. Tang's found God again. 20 morale, so that offsets the press visit. 10 million, we lose 861,000 per race. I can discuss now. Nice. So he wants a long contract. Wage is fairly important. What should I do? Max it? That usually means that starting from cheapest. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that saves 37,000. Plus we get him on a longer contract. Is he happy with equal status, do you think? And I mean bonus. Just no bonus by the looks of it. Sometimes they want more, but it's never highest. Well, we got 3, depending on how much we piss him off, we've got potentially 3 goes at it. I think equal status, because Ellie's put down as equal status, so it balances it. Alright, I'll give him number 2. I'm going to submit. That's true. That is true. Play with the psychology. Alright, let's do it. So the car's almost ready. Car improvability. I think that's a small price to pay. So we went with the middle of the road engine, didn't we? So we've got an extra boost and still for the less cost than the higher engine. Bow. Oh, you've joined the modelling agency, so your marketability's gone up by 20. Contract offer accepted. So your wage is now lower. Provability directly affects how much your car parts get a small bonus in performance. She's still reserved, but she's got the marketability. You were literally with us for 2 months, mate, before I gave you the new one. It's ridiculous. New livery. Time to go. Mental. So this is our current livery. It's alright. I think we can do better. I mean, this is sexy. Look at that. Or, I mean, let's say tertiary is now white. And then trim color is black. I mean, that car does make me feel quite happy about life. Oh, snake skin. Oh, this one. The blue tertiary. It looked like someone sneezed on it. Where did I get to? I mean, that's quite nice. Polka dots. Why would anyone put polka dots on their bloody car? It's... ugh. Oh, there's some really nice liveries here. There's the skull one, which is just ridiculous. Why would you put that? How's that even allowed to go on the side of a car? I like this. The black spoilers with the red logos on. The blue with the red. And then this little swoosh bit here. Stream's lagging a bit. Seems okay at my end. No one's complaining. YouTube's fine. OBS is fine. I like this. Where are the dark sponsors? Can't see any. Yeah, it could be Twitch's end. I normally have a lot of problems streaming to Twitch. I like this. I think this is nice. There's not much I can do about it, I'm afraid. I'm streaming at, I think, 6,000 or 8,000 kilobits per second. And I'm watching it back on YouTube and it seems smooth. So it doesn't look like anything at my end, I'm afraid. I mean, I'll check my Twitch. According to this, I'm offline. That's not true. Yeah, it's running smooth for me there too. Or is it? Maybe it isn't. What is the next stream? Alright, Redictor. No problem. Sorry that it's buffering, but... Irish Psycho FIA. Oh no, FLA. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, sometimes refreshing works, sometimes lowering the quality works. So yeah, the next stream, I'd like to do more Minecraft tonight, because I've done a lot of off-camera work that I wouldn't mind showing off, but I've got a lot of stuff to do to prepare for meetings that I've got tomorrow. So maybe tomorrow afternoon or evening, maybe same time as I started today, but I don't know yet. Yeah, stream's fine for people on YouTube. I really don't know that. Brake supplier. That's too expensive. Twitch is a real pain. Sometimes, because I use Restream to stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and sometimes Twitch just doesn't like it, and it doesn't run the stream. It comes up with error number 1000. Okay, so the car will be going out soon. Let's have a look at the pit crew. Yeah, we need a big pit crew now. So we've got refuelers, repairers, tyre changers, and jacks. So we need to hire a new pit crew. Yeah, I'm not... When I stream directly to Twitch, more often than not it works. But a lot of the time, Twitch just doesn't like me. Could close the tab, reopen it, see what happens. But yeah, if you don't come back, I'll see you later, bud. I like this guy. He's good with tyres, he's good with jack. Yeah, I don't understand bitrate. Because bitrate, basically, the higher the bitrate, the more high, or the higher the quality. So I stream in 1080 anyway. And it used to be at 12,000 kilobits per second, but too many people were complaining about buffering. So I took from that, if I stream at 12,000, my upload speed is like 18,000, so there's no problem there. But some people's download speeds might only be 10,000. So that's where the buffering comes in. So I've been streaming below 10,000, whether it's 6 or 8. 6 looks really grainy at times, 8 looks a little bit better. 10 would be ideal, but even then you don't want to max out the download speed, because then every now and then it might buffer. So it's a real toss-up trying to get it to work, and it's a real pain in the arse, and it's things that, you know, I'm not that experienced when it comes to that side of things. So it's not really something that I can just fix. I've also tried swapping encoders, that doesn't always work. You know, it's frustrating, to say the least. I think we can afford these 2 mechanics. The worst thing as a content creator is when people are saying that the stream's buffering when there's nothing wrong at your end, because you're literally powerless. There's nothing you can do to fix it. Alright, continue. So we've got pre-season testing. The new car is finished. Marsh now meditates, which increases her focus. During practice, you should only run your car for 1 lap, send out and immediately hit bring in. I don't control practice. I think it does it automatically. Oh, unless you're talking about races. Yeah. Are you watching Quill series as well? Because that's what he does. There we go. Pre-season testing. Let's see what we can do. So they're going quite slow to start with. They'll ramp up the speed. We've had some issues here. Understeer, gearbox, engine not delivering full power, overheating. All annoying things. We did okay actually. Tang came 10th, Marsh 17th. Some issues along the way. That ain't half bad. We'll see what happens in the first race. So I think we might do 1 or 2 races to finish this stream off. I think we should do more than 1. As for our targets, I think if we aim low, actually if we go 9th, because we came 9th last season, so I think if we aim for 9th, that's another 14 million in the bank, which means we could potentially do something to our HQ, like increase the design centre. Or we could build something new, like a test track, or... telemetry would help with gearbox, but gearbox I'm not fussed about because it's spec. I think this only costs 8 million. It decreases part design time. And it allows us access to wind tunnel simulator, handling development center, tool center, which makes money for us, and a helipad. I think we're going to do this. That takes us back down to 15 million. I think that'll do for expenses for now. I will have a look at the car very quickly, actually. See if we can improve anything before the... Yeah, we need to improve this. Everything else, apart from the suspension, which is freaking awful. Let's go with full reliability for now. Try and get these up. So as you can see, for the brakes, we got the 93 and the 153. Engine, front wing, gearbox, rear wing is all standard. So suspension is something that we can work on this season. You have the option to either simulate practice, which gives you less control but goes faster, or take practice, which goes slower but gives you more control and more improvement points. So yeah, I think we'll start taking practice from now on as well. Or at least for some races we'll take practice. Yeah, well, we'll improve the car. You want a helipad. I mean, that's not a priority right now, is it? Huge anticipation for season opener. So before we go into the race, I'm going to save the game. We've got to decide who's getting what. So I think, I mean, you're angry, and I can probably understand why. I think Ellie should have the better car. Because I think she's our better driver. Now, you're not happy about that. Only because you've got a crap car, not because you're worse than Ellie's. So over time, reliability is so bad. We're going to be fixing parts left, right and centre during this race. So at least there's only 2 things now that we can improve reliability of and performance of. So our time should be pretty well spent. Yeah, I think we're going to give Ellie the better car for this. and we will take this practice. Might as well, eh? It's been a while since I took a practice session, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit. Okay, we're going to put Ellie and Frankie out in the cars. In terms of this, I think I'm going to leave it middle of the road for now, just so we get an idea. Yeah, we'll send you out like that. We'll do the same with you. I might let him do one lap. Oh wow, that's not the greatest looking livery there, is it? Let's speed things up. So I'll let him do one full lap. Like this. And then I'll bring him in. Well, they like the gears. There we go. Now we'll bring him in. Okay. Playing in real time. You're actually really happy. It's just the handling that's a bit off. So if I was to like give a bit more oversteer, tweak that just a smidge. We'll let you do 3 laps, or as close to 3 laps as possible, and we'll send you out. And as for you, you're also quite happy. So you're really happy with the speed balance. Your handling needs to move this way slightly, which means fixing that, and your downforce I think needs to come this way a bit. So I think your handling I think we'll try this. Put you out for 3 laps, give you fresh tyres, off you go. Now you gotta be quick here. Alright, so you do your flying lap, and then we'll bring you in. Bring in. Did you cross the line? Yeah, bring in. We'll see what this does. She's happy. They're both happy, I think. I hope. We might have time for one more lap. Oh, you're handling. Okay, I whiffed your handling. Didn't know you were streaming. Yes. Yes, streaming today. Okay, so nothing there changed except for the handling. So I think your handling needs to move maybe to there. Unless it's the other way. Maybe it's the other direction. Maybe it's like that. Basically having to guess at this point. We might do 1 race, we might do 2. We're going to do at least 1. And then we'll see. So you're not happy with your handling either. So I think the sweet spot for handling is this direction. quiz stream on Saturday if you're interested. Yeah, I'm up for that. I've been enjoying doing these pub quizzes on YouTube the last few days. Sure, I'll leave you out on these. Why not? Actually, handling needs to be understeered. Not necessarily. Each driver has their own preference. Called our team We Thick. I like that. Okay, I think we're going to run these guys till the end of the session now. We've got reasonable setups for both cars. I might as well run them for the rest of this now and just see what they're happy with. We're unlocking stuff as well. Setup knowledge, which is awesome. Handling's much better now. Good stuff. There we go. Kinney set a personal best. Marsh finished in 15th, which is very good. We'll see how happy they are with the cards. I'm feeling a little optimistic here. Just a little optimistic. So what have we got? Super soft tyres, race trim. I think we're going to go soft and race trim. I mean, what's the weather going to be? Maybe we are going to go super soft. I think we are going to go super soft. No. Super soft, race trim. You, Miss Marsh, are going to go super soft and race trim also. Why are you fueling only to 50% 5 laps? Because you only, when you do these stints, you only really do 3 laps. You do your out lap, you do your hot lap, and then you do your in lap. Or flying lap as well instead of hot lap. I like this a lot. I think there's no point in tweaking any of this. And then as for this, let's have you push, and we'll have you just go like this to start with. So yeah, you only need to fuel your car for 5 laps when you're practicing. There's no qualifying in this series, it's just practice. Those times don't count towards anything. So there's no point in filling your car up with fuel because it just weighs it down. You don't get any accurate telemetries then. Go on, Marsh. I've got to bear in mind that in this race I'm going to have to fix parts because the reliability is low. And pushing the engine like this probably isn't going to help. Although the engine itself was okay. She's getting some overtakes in here, look. She's actually doing good. Tang, on the other hand, is struggling. I'm going to tell you to go a little bit neutral on the tyres because you are going quite wild. Speed up a little bit more. Just till it's action time. Okay, so she wants fresh tyres. We're only 5 laps in right now, so I'm just going to tell you to go a little bit easier on your tyres. You, on the other hand, have completely thrashed your tyres. So I think Tang is going to pit first. We'll leave Marsh out for one more lap. So Tang, you're going to pit now. I think we're going to put you on softs rather than super softs. Just so you can last out there a little bit longer. Fill you up with fuel. Park condition. You're okay for now. And we'll do a balanced one. Whereas Marsh, you're going to pit now. Because you're going on your next lap. And I think we're going to put you on softs as well. Just so we get more laps out of the tyres. Because I want to go for a 2-stop strategy. We'll put you... Yeah, balanced is fine. Because everything gets done at the same time now. So Marsh right now is going to be letting a lot of people through. It's all about the pit stop. It was okay. We'll let you push a little bit. No mistakes. 12 seconds, it's alright. We are stone dead last now though. Tyres. There are some cars who haven't pitted yet. I doubt we'll be able to catch them though. Yeah, this race is a test bed. It's very much a test bed. See where we're at with the car. Got past one. Sponsor objective is still 16th, so if we can get past Santa Ana. Is Evans still racing? Yeah, he is. He's in 7th at the moment, crikey. You know, Marsh has caught back up to the field again. In fact, not only is she caught up, she's absolutely flying right now. It's going to be a real shame when her engine breaks. Look at that speed. That is actually very impressive. Yeah, let's slow you down on the tyres a little bit. It is now starting to rain. I'm going to go a couple more laps, mainly for fuel reasons, and then we'll pit and move on to inters. You're now 3rd. In fact, shall we blink now? Hit you now. Put you on inters. How long's left of the race? 16 laps. So we are going to have to pit again near the end. That's a lot of laps, by the way. 30. Risk a fast one. Tang, you're going to stay out for one more lap after Marsh. We can't afford to stack cars at this stage. It's any second now. There you go. So you're going to come in and go onto inters. We'll fill you up. We are going to have to stop again because we're going to need to fix the car. He's dropping. And push again. As can you. I think she catches up quite quickly. So even now she'll probably catch up quite quickly. What condition is your car in? It looks like just the brakes would need fixing for her. Nothing yet on Tang's. So she's got good tyres and she's got a good deck of fuel right now. She's catching up. She's in these sponsors' objective places. She's a bloody good driver. It's a really good spot by her predictor. 15th. Go on, catch the one that looks like a McLaren. Go on. We've got good straight line speed on this car. Who are you fighting? You're fighting Santa Ana. She's so good! How do we get someone who's this good? Tang, meanwhile. Oh, he's kind of catching 19. Yes, Marsh. 12th. Go easy on your tyres a little bit. Conserve them. You are going to have to pit again soon for fuel. What's the weather like? I think we can stay on inters for the rest of the race. So on this lap here, where's my cursor? Where's my cursor then? On this lap here, we're going to pit you. Should we change the tyres? Yeah, we should change the tyres. Fill you up. Park condition. We're going to have to fix it. But you can fix... Yeah, we can fix it whilst the car's getting refueled. Did you know that once your car's parts or any other teams hit performance level 600 or 2.4k, everyone's car specs get reset for the next season? Hey? Everyone's specs get reset anyway, don't they? Let's say I added... Okay, that will take longer. Let's just focus on the brakes. We'll risk... We'll go for balanced. And then Tang can stay out for a couple more laps, actually. Marsh is up to 7. This is insane. I feel so bad that we're pitting her now. She was really on the charge there. She's got 7 laps to do it again, though. You've got loads of fuel. I will keep an eye on it, though. But you can push, pretty much, now, for the rest of the race. Teng, you're going to pit on this lap, buddy. I'm going to give you new tyres. I'm going to fill you up. Fix your brakes too, and we'll go for balanced. Push. Your wheels might go pop. 0%. Just 2 more corners. Yeah, he's fine. Come on, Marsh. She is quick. She is quick. Yeah, Tang's engine's about to go kaput. Come on, Ellie. 4 more laps. Couple of places, that's all I'm asking. She's lost a bit of straight line speed. Supposedly gaining. Oh yeah, right, okay. That's a good overtake. That's another good overtake. Go on. Top 10 maybe? Yeah, you're last. We might as well bring you in. We'll leave you out on the same tyres. Engine takes a long time to fix. You are struggling a little bit. I think we'll just go medium. But your tank. Back to Marsh. She's up to 11th. We'll tell you to conserve your tyres as well. Here we go neutral. So, I don't know. You can finish the race on these. This is a really good performance. Really good performance. I'm gonna make a push just for this last lap, just to hold off 12th. 11th place. That was really, really good. Scramby finished with a broken car. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. If we didn't have to fix the brakes on her car, we might have even finished in the top 10. So in terms of performance and reliability, I know what I'm fixing for the next couple of races. I think I might also develop some new suspension for her car. We'll see how much it costs. But we got quite a bit of budget to play around with now to fix this car. And we're saving money in each... I mean, we're still losing money, but we're losing less money than we were last season. And we've got more money than we did this time last year, I believe. So we're in a pretty comfortable position right now. Again, I know I say it a lot, but I'm really happy. So, I mean, even this wasn't too bad. What I mean is that normally the performance level is similar to or above that for the last season. But at certain thresholds, the game triggers a reason. Oh, so like if you develop too much, then you get capped again for the next season. That kind of makes sense. Yeah, I'll take the rap for that one. Pit crew, we had one mistake. Alan Barras was responsible. 10 seconds. Pretty good. So Barras is... yeah, he's quite low. So that's not the worst. One of these guys might get swapped in for that race. Well, they've not got good refueling stats, really. Wilcox does, though. You're not very good with tyres. So I would put... that Daesh? I'd put him there and move Wilcox down to refueling myself, but I'm not in charge of the pit crew. Car repair complete. So if I look at the car, we're currently working on improving the reliability of all of this stuff. 11 days after the race it's scheduled to be done, but we got to improve the reliability because that let us down considerably in that race. This stuff is all at 80. We can always improve this later on. And we are working on performance as well, which will happen afterwards. Sponsors, we have some offers. That's not a bad offer, actually. 900 grand up front. And then this one. They're offering us more money here. You're not offering us any money. I'm tempted to tell you to get stuff, to be honest. So Northern Harbour. We've got 3 stars though, so we might wait to see if there's any other offers that come in. There you go. Loads more offers coming in. So this one still looks like the better one for that. That's good, but you need first place. So I think Northern Harbour is still the better of the options there. Ellie's birthday. We'll throw a party. So what's she now, 19? 18 years old and rocking around a track like that. That is impressive. Why'd you keep pushing me back out again? Oh, because of this. Got a Ferris wheel. Look at that. Not bad at all. Rio. Alright, so we're about to head out to Munich. So I think if you put a gun to my head and tell me to choose these sponsors, I would go with this one, Golden Tiger, because they're offering upfront money. Let's say we did come 13th or above for 9 races. That's what, 1.8 million? Plus this, so that's 2.7 million. As for this one, the million up front is quite nice, but this one's offering more. One more race as well. And I mean, we're never going to get first place, so I think I'm going to go for this one purely for that money. Now I'm going to look at developing a new part right now. I think it'll be suspension. I think we'll do this. It's going to cost us 800,000, which I'm okay with. What's my budget for next year's car at the moment? I might set it to medium. Only so we're not capped too much next season. Alright, we're going to go with this sponsor. Part fitting. Let's make sure that we've got the right parts on the car. So the reliability's up in the 80s now, which is a lot better. Ellie has once again got the better car. Happy with that. Let's do it. This will be the last race of the stream, so watch now as it all goes horribly wrong. Come on. I wish you could skip this screen. Right, Ellie, Kinney, 19 feedback. It's so good. Actually, I'm not going to change anything here. Reason being is I can do it when I send them out. So let's pause. So I'm going to send you out. I'm just going to put you middle of the road for everything. And we'll get a datum. You, however, is it possible to withdraw from your savings account that would normally get cashed out at the end of the season? I don't know about that. I know one thing you can have is your, oops, not that one. Your owner, your chairman, can bail you out. You can ask for more money at the cost of his happiness. So it's kind of like a bailout, essentially. We'll do this. Happy with that. Send them both out. We'll watch Marsh first. So we'll do what we did last time. We'll let her do an out lap, a flying lap, and then we'll bring her in. She set a new fastest sector. There you go. I mean, she was the first one out. That would explain why. Did you set a time? Yes. Bring you in as well. Alright, pause. So you are not happy with the downforce, but you're relatively happy with other things. So let's I think downforce is going to be higher. You've really liked your handling, so I'm going to bring you back. Speed balance, I think we'll go for acceleration. It's quite a bendy track, this one, isn't it? To use the technical term. We'll send you out. You're happy with everything except speed balance. So I think speed balance, if we go towards acceleration a bit more. Downforce, I reckon a smidge more downforce. Maybe even to like there. Handling, I need to move it, I think there. And speed balance very much in, so I think you're almost too much. I think there. Tyre choice, I'm going to put you out on a new set of softs. Same again, we'll let her do a couple. Well, we'll let her do an out lap, a flying lap, and then we'll bring her in. Why are we zoomed so far out, by the way? Let's get in there. Watch the action. It's a very nice track. Very pretty. Alright, you're now being timed. personal best first sector. You personal best second sector. Okay, she's happy. You're also quite happy. So her lap time was considerably slower there. But the quicker we bring her in, we might be able to get one more lap out of her. One more flying lap. Actually, I don't think we will now. Mind you, you're happy. Tell you what, we'll do one more tweak to the speed balance. Just to try and hit that sweet spot. Were you... No, you were just okay before. So I think your speed balance, maybe there? Stints, tyres. We'll leave you out on those tyres. You... Are you in the garage yet? No, you're still out on track. Right, now you... Oh, you're happy. So we'll leave you in. Just send Marsh out for hopefully one more lap. I don't think she'll get across the line in time though. All she's got to do is cross the line before it ends. Nah. Oh well. She's still relatively happy though. I'll take that as a win. Pretty happy with that. Right. Soft tyres, race trim. Internally, the game computes the lap times as a base time plus lots and lots of time penalties for different things such as performance driver. Yeah. Which again is a big difference between real life and the game. So setup. Right. Do I want to tweak this a little bit more? Let's not do that one. Let's do that. So I think. Right, hang on. That's where it was before, and that was great. So I think it's the other way actually. I think it's there. It's excellent. I think there is excellent. So that's good. That's great. And that was only okay. So yeah, that must be the perfect setup. We'll start off on the softs. Fuel options, we'll go max. You, all I'm going to change is, in fact nothing I'm going to change. You're just going to go as you are. Driver strategy. Now, bow starting on the front. We'll just get you to push like this. Ellie, you're going to gun it. From 10th place, you'll probably be up in first by the time we get to the first lap finish. I doubt it, but you never know. She gets a good start. That is not a good start, Ellie. That was not a good start. You dropped a place already. Wait, was it Ellie that suffers from first lap? Or was that someone else? Then that might have been Max. Jedard with the fastest lap. Okay, so she's battling for sort of 10th place. That's fine. Tang is second, first, undulating. There you go, now she's finding a rhythm. Yeah, the spec gearbox and the spec engine has really helped us. Up to 7th, up to 6th. I'm going to tell you to ease off on your tyres a little bit. You are ripping through them right now. well. Come on, Ellie, be sensible with your tyres. Bloody Evans in 5th place. The Predator's going to be a lot better now as well. You got Santarano directly behind and Evans directly in front. It's all about the driver. Oh, she went a little bit off the track there. Go on, go on. Yes. What a driver. Tang's still in 2nd. Okay, back up on your tyres. I need you to do one more lap. What's the weather? It's pretty much sunny the whole way. I might pit Marsh early. More softs. Fill up with fuel. How long's the race? 29 laps. This will take us to lap 15? Nah, more than that. Maybe 16, 17. As soon as the tyre temp goes into the 4th quarter, you should ease up. As soon as the tyre temp goes into the 1st quarter, you should go more aggressive. Yep. Yep. That's the trick. Gonna risk a fast one. Go on, Ellie. Tang, you're going to pit now as well. So we're on course for a 2-stopper. She has dropped right down the field now. Is there a mistake? No. Now this looks bad at the moment, but everyone else in front of us still has to pit. And we did a good fast stop. So we should make up the ground and go past again. So even now, only one other car is pitted at the moment. You need to get some heat in the tyres. So we're up to 18th. 17th, 16th, not too far away. There are some on mediums, so they can stay out a little bit longer. Here we go. Now we're starting to come back up. 14th. Yeah, the leading racers are now pitting. Come on, gotta be quick, gotta be quick, gotta be quick. Oh yes, that felt good. She was on course to set the fastest lap then as well. Oh man, that overtake felt really good. Okay, let's tell you to go a little bit easier on your fuel. Because we need to be able to stop one more time and that's it. Up to 5th, nice. Your strategy is pretty much spot on. So Tyler still hasn't pitted, so we're potentially going up to 4th now. There we go. Lindroth is just burning through these laps. He's having a great race. Go really low on the fuel. You push your tyres a little bit more because you've got to get a bit more temperature into them. You're just spot on, Tang. You're having a great time. Did you know that due to a driver transfer between two cars, pit stop times in Formula E can last up to a minute? They are incredibly slow. Don't they swap cars sometimes as well? It's like NASCAR. They basically pull in for a burger and a pint and they could be there for like 15 minutes before they get going again. It's not really that slow, by the way, I'm exaggerating. But it is incredibly slow. Then you compare that to F1 where you blink and you miss it. Okay, how long left? Still 14 laps. I need you to save your tyres. If you can save your tyres for one more lap, Ellie, I'll bring you in. I'm going to have to bring her in. This might not be Ellie's race. I think this is for Tang. We could switch to mediums. Fill up with fuel. It's even that, I'm really worried we're going to run out of fuel. Yeah, I think we'll switch to mediums because everyone else is on mediums. Right. Tang, it's your turn to come in. You, I think, can pretty much go... Actually, do you know what? No. I'm going to leave you out for one more lap. I'm going to tell you to conserve your tyres. I need to watch more Formula E when it restarts. I think because they started the season in like places like Singapore and Australia, so the time difference means I wasn't really able to watch it. So I was aware of what was going on, but, you know, I think it's a good sport worth watching. We'll risk a fast one with you. So Marsh, you're right down in 19. I think we might have to go for a 3-stop. Tang's now dropped. Oh, YouTube's getting video errors. I dropped some from many. Wow, Ellie, have we completely mucked up your race? Nah, we can't have done. No one else has pitted twice yet. They're going to have to pit for fuel soon. That's our opportunity. Yeah, no, we should be fine. You've got excess fuel, so you can go a bit nuts. There you go, we're starting to climb back up the field. Marsh is probably going to get overtaken by 15th. He's now 11th. Do you know what could be causing the stream to end up getting bad frame rates? No, if I knew it, I'd fix it. I have no idea. Heat, maybe? Might be getting a bit hot in here, so the processor is struggling. I'll turn on the AC again for a bit. Beyond that, though, I have no idea, I'm afraid. Did a car just... Oh, were they pitting? Yeah, I think they were pitting. You need to go easy on your fuel. Do we let your teammate through? If he catches you, that is. Which he might not at this rate. I mean, right now, so long as we can finish the race. Where did that car come from? Yeah, we lost out to Evans there. Oh, good manoeuvre to get it back though. It seems stable now. Oh, he did come out of the pit. It looked like he just spawned in front of us. 5 laps remaining. Ellie's only got 4.5 laps of fuel, and I'm on the lowest. Tang has excess fuel, but I'm not going to push him. Actually, I could... no, I'll go a little bit higher. If she can just hold on to her position for a little bit longer, when she eventually runs out of fuel, she'll only drop down a place or two. Tang, on the other hand, is in 14th right now. That would explain lack of grip, wouldn't it? Again, trying to keep an eye on both things at the same time, it is tricky. If Tang could get one place back, it's a lot. The playing field feels a lot more level now. I'm a lot happier with it. I think Ellie's race is pretty much over because we didn't quite get the pit stops how I wanted them. If she can complete the last race, the last lap though, I'll be really happy. Hey, you know, excess fuel. Now you're low fuel. You're up to 11th. The tyres are getting a bit meh as well. Have you ever got a double win in a race, meaning first and second with both from the team? I have never won a race in this game. I can say that with the utmost confidence. Oh no! 9th. 9th and 11th though. Oh, I so thought we were going to get 8th then. Might be able to win a race this season. Yeah. I've already started work on suspension, isn't it? So that might fix that a little bit more. Yeah, I've never had a first and second because I've never had a first. Or a second, in fact. I think the highest I've ever finished is 6th. Alrighty, that's a good place to end, I think. 2 really good performances in the opening 2 races. Manzo has actually been demoted 2 places. So Tang's now 9th and 10th. Very good. Remember to prioritise unlocking 4 slots first. Yes. So I could have only had 1 slot on the suspension to start with. You had a 10-second penalty as well. You had the fastest lap. 23 points in 1 race. Indeed. And yet still Tang is only 18th. Ellie's 10th though. Where are we as a team? We're up to 8th. Get in. I am delighted. It's almost like they're watching the stream. I think I'm not sure. When I got 6th place, I think it's on my channel somewhere, YouTube channel. I think I got like a 6th and a 9th or something like that. So I think I've had more than 23 points before now. So look, she's not happy. Driver form pretty low. But I think we're on to a winner here with these 2 drivers. 100% morale, relationship with the mechanic is constantly going up. Team marketability, we're up to 56%. Happiness, 95%. I don't think I've ever hit top 5. But I've only played the game for, what, 24 hours now I think it's going to be? So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I think we should start developing new brakes now as well. Once this is done. I'll continue the game a little bit longer. Speaking of 24 hours. Yes. Do I name one? I'm going to name Ellie. Yeah. Our home morale was already high. Never mind. Mistake-free weekend. We, oh, it's slower. Yesterday evening at 7 PM, I started a long play aimed to win WMC from winning ERS. Called it a day at 5. Crikey. Yeah. That's late. Alright, car repair finished. So we got a while now till the next race. There's the suspension getting finished. So I think we should go for some brakes. Maybe go for the deceleration one. So already you're 174 out of 195. So I think this one we should go for. And then maybe this one next. We'll see. But this for now, 550,000. Let's do it. Meanwhile, for this, the new suspension. So wait, let's clear this out. And we'll go new suspension, improve reliability, improve performance. Can I get both done? I mean, that's probably the best, because we need to get the reliability up so we can fit it on the car. In fact, we are going to fit it on the car now. So, Ellie, you're going to get the new suspension, and then you're going to get the old suspension of hers. Yeah, I know. I'm doing it my way. I'm trying to get things up as high as possible because, I mean, the first race we had to fix parts on both cars and that cost us better positions. So I think, where was it we finished? So the first race, Ellie came 11th. We probably could have got top 10, maybe even top 8 if we hadn't have had to have stopped to fix parts. And Tang came dead last because we had to fix parts. So I think if like improving the reliability was the first priority of what we already had. Even so, it just means you don't have to worry about it again. And they're not exactly working on anything else right now. Now, if I look at it now, this is still only on 50%, so getting that up is big. And then this is still getting worked on. Do any of the performance reliability specs drop if the parts go unused and unmaintained? I think it's only if they are used that it has an effect. Alright, the new brakes are ready as well. So I'm going to improve reliability on those. And, I mean, performance is actually pretty good. And the old brakes, whichever one this is, that one, we're going to take out. "24 minutes before the race." I'm going to prioritise reliability. Yeah, it's only if it gets used that the reliability drops. If you don't use it, it just stays. So wait, what's your stats for... Yeah, you're good for performance. You're good for reliability. That's fine. Just checking. In terms of fitting the parts, we might as well add it in now and then remove it if we have to. So you're going to get that, and you're going to get that. So they're now both content with their cars. I think we might run one more race actually tonight, just to see what improvements this now has with the new parts. Even if you use it, it's restored to same strength after car repair after the race. Yeah. Replacing Black Sea with Beijing. I'm not fussed. I'll abstain. It won't be both, will it? It'll be either the first one or the last one. Not that many people are happy with it by the looks of things. Wow. Well, there you go. That was pretty unanimous. Yeah, it costs a lot to fly your team out to Beijing for a weekend. Forecasting, I don't know. We're improving the design center at the moment. Yeah, I think we'll do one more race. I want to see what impact these new parts has on the car. So let's check this quickly. So you're up to 63. In terms of performance, what was it? I was doing the brake and the suspension. So the suspension's up to 53 out of 60. So I'll remove you. And I can put a bit more towards this now. Just to focus on reliability first and foremost. Sweet. So now everyone is working on this. And it is coming up. So you're up to 76. The suspension's up to 85, so I can remove you. So it's just the brakes now that I'm focusing on. Let's go with this sponsor again. Part fitting, I'm happy, I think. Let's see, you've got 76% there. That should get us through the race. And down here we're up in the 80s, which is absolutely fine. So we are at Tondela now, aren't we? Or we're at Milan. Let's just do it. You only live once. Oh, 76 will do well in brakes, even though it's a crucial part on Milan. I have no idea. I have no idea. Okie dokie, Marsh and Kinney. I'm going to do the usual thing, I'll send them out just as default for now. Send out. Follow Marsh because she's going out first. Whack it in ×4. Can I change the pitch? Yes I can. Oh, beautiful. Beijing is an awful track. In F1, isn't Beijing one of the kind of highlights of the calendar? It's whether they've mapped it on here or not. Reduces the heat of the tyres in neutral a lot. And it has so many laps, you'll just barely reach enough laps to not have the tyres explode. Yeah, that does sound annoying actually. So once again, Ellie was the first one out, so she's got the fastest time right now. That will very quickly change. Right, so we've got a fair bit of knowledge there. Bring them both in. Actually, no, we'll focus on Kinney. This one's... No, we'll focus on Marsh. Do one at a time. That's the easiest way to do it. Right, so Marsh is in. She ain't too upset. Good downforce. So it's the speed balance that needs to go, I reckon, a bit more towards top speed. Although it could be, because that could be good, that could be great, that could be excellent. I'm going to go this way first, and we'll see. In terms of handling, I think that way, maybe there. And then downforce we could tweak slightly. High downforce, there's a lot of corners. I think something like this. Stints, fine with that. We'll keep you out on the same tyres. Don't talk about things like that, Redictor. It's a bit weird. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a kids channel as such, but I prefer to be family friendly. Alright, downforce, I reckon about there. Handling you're not particularly happy with. Maybe oversteer. Something like this. Speed balance, I'm going to go this way first and see what it does. Tyres, yeah, I'll leave you out on mediums. Speed balance needs more top speed. How do you know? How do you know? Because each driver has a different preference. Go on, Marsh. Zip through. Her time was bloody good. You're gonna go past your teammate. So it zoomed me right out again. Alright. Bring in. I think Kinney, did you set your time? I think you did. We'll let Kinney go out. Yeah, we'll bring Kinney in now. Okay, speed balance was poor. So we'll go the other way for you. So that was okay, and that was poor. So wait, that was okay, and that was poor. So the sweet spot must be maybe there. I found optimal setup somewhere for each of the tracks. But for which driver is that optimal? Because each driver has their own preference for what they like. We will change tyres. Where's Kinney? Alright. You're not happy with your handling. So oversteer must have been wrong. Yeah, I think you want to go towards more understeer. Possibly about there. Speed balance not good. Downforce needs to come back up. So maybe it does need to go more towards top speed. Maybe you were right. I think you need to go that way some. Try this. We're basically, I think, both of these. What's the time left? 150. So I think we're going to leave them both out now for the rest of the session. It's whether Kinney's got enough time to get round a lap. Set lap times. She's 7th. It's quite impressive. Come on, Kinney, you can do it. Yes. She's allowed to set a lap time. Handling feels much better. That's good. Marsh is up to 2nd. You're insane, Marsh. You are actually insane. Kinney right down in 19th. Eh. I'm really happy that we were recommended Marsh. Let me turn the AC off again. The disadvantage of having an air conditioning unit is it blows cold air on you and makes you feel cold. Anyone clapping for the NHS in 5 minutes? I might have to put the stream on pause if I'm going to be doing that. Don't get me wrong, I want to. They've earned it. I'm going to do you and you, I think. 15%. It's just the tyre change being faster. I feel like that gives us a good advantage. Oh, you really don't like your setup here. Sweet spot must be around there then. Must be. Everything else you love. Whereas you... we're going to have to go with that. So I think from the start, if you go orange and you go red... Problem now, of course, is Ellie's starting from the back of the grid each race because of the way the championship is done. I just want to see if she has a good start or not. No. But, look at that acceleration. She's fighting the pack, that's the problem. If she can get past some of them, then we'll do alright. It's not a very wide track, this one. There we go. Now we're sucking diesel. Do I want to pit with the safety car out? No. Not on lap 2. So that safety car is actually going to be an issue. It's because Mello crashed. Yeah, we're all bunched up now. So really you can go low on everything to save fuel and tyres during this. One lap left on the safety car. We've not even caught up to the damn thing yet. We're going to slow right down in a second. There we go. So at this point, we're going to get ready for maximum overdrive again. So as soon as that safety car returns, our drivers hopefully are going to gun it. Hope Mello's okay. It's never nice to see someone crash out like that, particularly this early in a race. Alright, here we go. Back to racing. Getting ready, and off we go. So everyone's bunched together, which kind of works in your favour and kind of works against you, because for pitting now it's going to be really tricky. In fact, for that reason alone, I'm probably going to tell Tang to back off a little bit, just so Marsh comes in first. We got a lot of work to do now to rescue this race. We are going to be pitting very shortly. I might pit Marsh now. Put her on softs. Fill up the car. Yeah, we'll keep her on this. Park condition. I don't think we ever have to look at this again. Oh no, you're only on 54. We'll risk a fast one with her though. It's 1 minute to 8. Is it that if all but one car driver crashes out, the remaining driver automatically wins? I think there's a limit. I think if like 5 drivers crash, then the race is red flagged. Isn't completed, basically. Right, I think Tang can come in shortly as well. I'm just going to get Ellie to really push now to try and catch up. I'm going to get one more. Yeah, Tang can come in now actually. Fill you up. Park condition. All good. We'll risk a fast one with you as well. There you go. Ellie's caught up with a few drivers now. It's all about pit stops. Everyone thinks racing is about, you know, overtaking and stuff like that, but really it's all about pit stops. If you can get those right, then you're in for a good race. If you get them wrong, you're knackered. If a race gets red flagged, it will either be restarted. So if something happens on the first lap, then a race will get restarted. If it happens like halfway through the race, they might wait for conditions to. So if people are crashing because it's constantly raining, they might wait for the rain to stop and then see if they can restart under a safety car. Sometimes a race just gets postponed or cancelled. It really depends on whereabouts you are in the race when it happens. I'll tell you to kind of go there. You're looking good right now. Down in 16th though. Marsh up to 4th. She is a very good driver. Santa Ana in 5th though. It really is a good indicator of where these drivers are at when you make the cars pretty even. It's quite amazing. I am going to tell you to go a little easy on the fuel for a bit. I'm going to try and get another couple of laps out of the fuel that we've got, although it is starting to rain. So we are going to swap to intermediates soon. I just want to get a little bit more out of this car. You can stay out longer, Tang, because you've got quite a few laps in your car still. I think, Ellie, you're going to pit now onto Inters. We're going to fill you up. Which means we'll have enough fuel to finish the race. I think we're just going to leave your brakes. I think we're just going to leave it and we're going to risk a fast one again. A lot of people pitting on this lap. So actually that was a pretty good pit stop. That was good timing. And Tang's come out of it quite well as well. So Tang, I'm actually going to pit you on this lap. Fill you up. Your parts are fine. We'll risk a fast one with you too. And then when you come out, you're just going to go for it. So this should see us to the end of the race now. Thank you. Go a little bit higher. So we can get a couple of overtakes under our belt. I know of that one time where the lead driver was a lap ahead of the rest of the pack. We've got a 2-minute pit stop dropping down into the middle of the pack. Yeah, you can get, in F1 you can get things like drive-through penalties where you have to drive through the pits without stopping. And you also get a stop-start penalty, which means you have to stop in the box. And if it's like 5 seconds, you have to sit there and wait for 5 seconds before the mechanics can touch your car. Sometimes they pit and actually change tyres and stuff like that. Sometimes they literally just do a stop-start and then go back out on the race. You can both gun it. This might be a good result for us as well. We can get an overtake on 7th. She is gaining. There's 1 lap left though, so I don't think we're going to gain anywhere near fast enough. No, stay out. We've got a really good driver lineup here. And these cars are only going to get better as well. So last lap. She is going to get 7th, you know, look. Johnsditter. Johnsditter? Johnsditter? I don't know how you pronounce it. What a race. 7th place. That is a really good way to end the stream. Tang finished down in 50. Not quite as good. Does nighttime affect driver performance? I think when Singapore was first introduced, there were some complaints to begin with. I think they have to change the visors on their helmets, because it's all floodlit, Singapore. So I think they had to change the visors on their, or they had to put like a film over the visor so the glare from the spotlights didn't distract them. But actually Singapore used to have, turn 10 at Singapore used to be a left, right, left chicane. And they used to call it Singapore Sling, because the right-hander used to launch cars in the air if they tried to cut it. So they've reprofiled that as well. So they've made constant improvements to the track since it was first introduced. 2009 I think it first came in. So there's been some demotions as well. So Ellie still finished in 7th. tank down in 15. But we're getting the sponsor bonuses, which is really, really good. It's amazing what a new season can do in terms of performance levels. It's like a different team. I think we made some difficult but correct decisions last season with how to improve. Both drivers in good form, morale's up, marketability increase, no? So yeah, sponsor payout, it's about the same as what we were getting last season, but from different means. In this game, I have no idea if nighttime races are a thing, first and foremost, and if they are, I don't know if they have an effect. Yeah, we still need to improve reliability. That's the next thing I'll be working on. Sure, we'll talk about that. Pit crew review. One mistake from Wilcox. Who's Wilcox? Down here. Oh, you're good. How did you make a mistake? Your stamina's low, but that normally comes from making a mistake. So I think we could do some tweaks to the pit crew as well at some point. Yeah, we'll wait for the car to be repaired. And I'll have a look at what we can improve here now. So reliability is key. Also getting this up. If I did like a 10-10, that's pretty good. And I also want to get this one up. If we can get Ellie's car improved before the next race, we could have a top 5 on our hands. Did you know that maxing out the entire campus actually results in negative upkeep due to profits from some of the campus buildings? Yeah, you have a tour centre and you have an amusement park, and they both generate funds. So maybe fast tracking to get one of those built wouldn't be a bad idea. There we are, that's our setup now for the next stream, quite nicely. It's a fun game. What you've got to bear in mind is Football Manager and Motorsport Manager, they're only, like, they're not necessarily considered sports games. They're more strategy games. So it's all about managing your resources and making difficult decisions. Just so happens that one's related to motorsport and one's related to football. But I mean, Football Manager, you can have no experience in football whatsoever and still be able to play that game. Because I mean, Football Manager especially, you decide how much of the game you play. So if you don't want to do training sessions, you get your assistant to do it. If you don't want to do interviews, you get your assistant to do it. If you don't want to sign players, you get your director of football to do it. If you just want to manage a team and do that kind of thing, you can set the game up exactly like that. This kind of feels the same. I wish there was a way to auto-manage one driver during a race. So like their mechanic takes over for that race. But I don't know. That's a tiny, tiny gripe. Maybe that's something they can add in an update or a sequel. Who knows? The amusement park costs 100 million to build. Ouch. Ouch. How do you even get 100 million pounds in this game? Who knows? Right, so the reliability work on the car is finished. So they're completely working on performance now. I don't think there's anything else reliability-wise that we really need to work on. Maybe this? Just to get this up. Yeah, everything else. It's all about improving performance now. So I'm going to run this just before the next race, and then we'll wrap things up. But I'm really getting into this game now. I'm liking the little tips and tricks that we're getting along the way. I also like making my own decisions, so I kind of do the best of both. I mean, you guys know what I'm good at. I see an idea and I take it on board, and then I add my own little spin to it. That's basically what I do. This is a good makeup of car. If I go to the home page, so the car is still quite low down. We still have the 10th car in terms of the grid, but drivers were up to 8th. Headquarters is pretty low. Staff were up to 7th. Sponsors, we've got the best sponsors in the championship. Pit crew, we're down in 8th. So they're the kind of key areas we want to improve. The car, maybe the staff, but the car and the pit crew are sort of my two priorities, because they're the things that directly affect the results of a race. You want to see medium length practice sessions fail? No, I want to see them go through, actually. Alright, I think here is where I'm going to leave it. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. Thank you everyone in the chat as well. We had the little Twitch raid earlier as well, which I'm really pleased with. Thank you very much for that. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and also hit the follow button on Twitch if you haven't done so. You can also hit subscribe there if you so wish, but I can understand if you don't. Besides that, yeah, drop some comments down below. Leave ideas for what to do with the team in the future. All that kind of thing. And what else? Hit the like button, that's the other thing. On YouTube, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. You can also go back and rewatch it on YouTube if you wish, and hit the like button if you haven't done so before. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, I will see you soon.